Well, hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello there. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm so glad to see you. Hey, Paul. How are you? How's everything? How's Donna doing? How are you guys? How's Catherine? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Reflections. We are in 2022. We made it, guys. We made it. And I'm so excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited about the new year. And I'm so glad that it's the first Tuesday of the new year and we are together. So thank you for spending time with me. So welcome. Welcome to Reflections. Reflections is a part of my Fight to Smile brand, and Fight to Smile is a campaign for career-minded women and encouraging and challenging women to be their best selves as they continue to pursue their career and academic goals, their entrepreneur goals, and just all the wonderful things that we are striving to do in 2022. And despite the challenges, the struggles, and the fears, we will lift our head, hold our head up high, and despite the tears, we will continue to smile. So it's good to see you. Kat is away from home. Good to see you. Thanks, Paul. Thanks. Well, thanks for joining. So hello, everyone. Let's see if we have any comments over here that I can add to the stream. There we go. And yeah, that's my comment. Okay. So again, it's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So tonight on Reflections, we are talking about, what energies are we putting out into the universe? We're going to talk about, the law of attraction, because the law of attraction is real. It really is. And I wanted to just kind of focus on the things that we are generating and putting out into the universe and how it comes back to us. And this conversation started from a conversation I was having with a young lady. And, I'll talk about that a little later, but a lot of the things she was saying that she was going through really, stemmed from her mindset. And I was trying to help her see it. So that's what made me start, thinking more about the law of attraction and what that actually means. And I was trying to explain it. She's a young student. I was trying to explain it to her. So let's kind of just talk about it. Let's talk about it. What do you think about the law of attraction? What are your thoughts when we look at it? We know that it is a philosophy that believes that our thoughts are a form of energy, and then that energy is what we surround ourselves with, and in turn we pour out into the universe, and then that energy comes back to us. So if it's a positive energy that we are putting out, then we attract positive energy back to ourselves. It's a negative energy, then of course we're bringing that negative energy back to ourselves. Can you guys hear me okay? I moved my mic tonight, so I put it over here tonight. So let me know if you can hear me, okay. But even with that, the law of attraction is built basically on three principles, and that is that, like attracts like. So if you put out positivity, you get positivity in return. Does that mean that you go out smiling, that everybody you come in contact with, they're going to be smiling? No, it doesn't. But it does mean that, the negative forces will kind of run from you as you are a positive force in a situation, or you're a positive presence in a situation. The second principle is that nature abhors a vacuum. And that just means simply, it goes back to science where, nothing is ever destroyed. It just takes on a different form. But the same is true in our mindset, that our minds are never really completely empty. Thank goodness, they're never completely empty. So if we get negative thoughts out of our mind, then we have to replace it with positive thoughts. The bottom line is that that space is going to be used with something or be filled with some type of energy, some type of thought. And then the last one is that the present is always a great place. President's always perfect. And that's where we can always continue to work on ourselves, which kind of leads to, that whole New Year's resolution. Do any of you believe in New Year's resolutions? Tell me about it. Do you believe in New Year's resolution? Anybody? I'm here briefly. Hey, Lita. That's my sister. Hey, Lita. Does anybody believe in New Year's resolutions? Do you make them? Because I know a lot of people, say, "Oh, forget it. I don't even bother," while others will make them and then never accomplish them. Lita, you said no. You don't make a New Year's resolution, Lita? Okay. Okay. And I think everybody, is different. I know for me, I have made New Year's resolutions since I was like 12 years old. And of course, that was only like 10 years ago. But I've always made New Year's resolution and I've always accomplished them. Let's say if I have 10 goals, I'm definitely going to accomplish 8 of them. Okay. Definitely. And it's just something for me, it's always just been a checkpoint. So let's see. She said, okay, Lita says she thinks it's a false promise. Okay, okay. Um, but I think that, everybody's different. That's why I'm just putting it out there. I'm like, what are your thoughts about them? For me, I know I was kind of shocked when I found out, like, like Lee, my sister, she doesn't, make them. And I was like, what? Everybody doesn't make your New Year's resolutions? You don't accomplish them? Oh my God, And it was just, it's just funny. It's just funny, different mindsets and how people, and that's not to say that anyone's more successful than another. Not at all, because just because you don't make New Year's resolution goals, no, it's just that you just don't set your goal on January 1st every year. You may set your goals every birthday. You set a goal, or you set goals as issues come up or the need arises. So everybody is different, but in the law of attraction, it says that the present is always perfect. So it's always the perfect time and the perfect place to begin working on you. Working on you. Paul says, I'm what's that? A child I can't see. Is that wildly or vividly? That is wildly inconsistent with resolutions. Okay. Wildly inconsistent with them. And it's just funny. We all are just so different. We all do life a little differently. But the bottom line is that we are all still, I know Paul, I know Lita, of course, and I know that we're all constantly still working on self and working to accomplish new things in our lives. But so when I was talking, so it goes back now to when I was talking to the young lady, and she was just saying how, she just continuously brings the same kind of people into her life. And it's not just the men that she brings into her life, but the women, the so-called friends that she brings into her life. And as she kept talking, I was trying to, find the right way or space or time to let her know that, sweetheart, it's you. It's you. We attract that energy that we put out. And she was like, oh no, I'm constantly working towards my goals and da 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 da. She's sharing all these things that she starts but never finishes. Hello. All the things she starts but never finishes. And then she wonders why people come into her life and then derail her from her goals, you know And and I was just trying to tell her, no, I don't have the answers to, do this and that, and your life's gonna be great and you're gonna accomplish all your goals. But I can't, but I, did try to let her know, sometimes we just have to look at us. Sometimes we have to look at ourselves and realize, what is the constant in all of these situations? What is the common denominator? It's me. Me. And sometimes it's us, and we have to pull ourselves back and take a look at us. And for me, I do that at the end of the year so that I start the new year working on me, and for others, they may do it on their birthday. They may do it, just as it arises, and that's not to say that, in January, I'm looking at me and then I don't look at myself again till December. No, not at all. Not at all. We do what we need to do to be in the present so that we can continue to grow. So, but I was trying to get her to really, just take a look at the fact that, it's so important that we take a look at ourselves at any time. It don't have to be January 1st. It could be January 4th. It could be June 7th. It could be whenever, but we take a time to look at us and see, what energy are we putting out there? What are we putting out there that is causing us to get the results that we are getting, and it's causing us to bring the people into our lives that we are bringing. So as we continued to talk and stuff, I asked her about, what, self-talk, and what does she say to herself? And she was like, you mean like positive affirmations and stuff? And I was like, positive affirmations are good. They have their place. I know I was telling her that, I'm trying to take my yoga to the next level. So I've started Vinyasa Yoga. Y'all, Cassandra trying to kill me. I'm just letting you know that my right leg is like feel like it detached out my hip. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm okay. That's why I say when I'm getting up off the floor, I'm okay. I'm gonna make it. But nevertheless, so that's the new thing I'm trying. So one thing that in yoga, they want you to, have a positive affirmation every day. And positive affirmations are good. But again, for me, whatever the positive affirmation is, then I try to connect it to scripture. That's for me. Now, positive affirmations may work perfect for you, and that's wonderful. Do what works for you. But when Cassandra gives out her positive affirmation for today, I'm going to connect it to the scripture. So like she may say that, I walk in, my positive affirmation for the day is, I walk in total peace today. Then I'm going to say that, I will keep you in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. Okay, I'm going to be connected with the scripture. So whatever, do you, but positive affirmations, definitely, repeating positive things throughout the day, saying things positive, doing that positive self-talk is a way of, making sure that we're speaking life and we're speaking positivity, and then we're giving it out to others. I had, you wouldn't know, but I keep my door open at my job unless I'm in a meeting with other managers. And but for the most part, my door is always open. So students walk in, staff, faculty, everybody, just comes in whenever. And so I had a student walk in and he needed help, but I wasn't going to be able to be the one who helped him, but he just wanted to, confirm that he was in the right place, all that. So I am also the type of administrator. I like to pop into classrooms and see what's going on. I'm not doing evaluations or anything. I'm just, getting to know students, getting the chance. I just think the classroom is an amazing place. So I like to be in a classroom as often as I can be. So I go in from time to time. So anyway, the student had popped into my office and I was like, I remember you. And he was like, yeah, you used to come into our math class. Oh, yeah, I remember you. And I remember in class, he had shared a story about, his family. And I was like, yeah, and your family did this, and that. And he was like, you remember that? You know me. And just the pride that he took in just that moment, it was about how he felt or how I helped him feel better about himself just by putting out positive energy, just by being nice to people, just being nice. And and again, that's about, that positive energy and paying attention to how people react around you. If you are if your staff or you're an entrepreneur and your employees are scared to death of you, are you a bully? you know or if are you in a meeting and um people are sharing their ideas until you start talking and shut everybody down? you know what is that? You really need to look. Bullying, I tell people all the time, bullying didn't stop on the playground. There are straight bullies in the workplace. Yeah, bully supervisor. That should be that should be an episode. Bully supervisors. What? Bully managers. Positive energies. Okay, positive energies. I'm going to think positively. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. That's a pin. I should have pinned that one. But bullies in the I've talked about insecure managers and stuff. Let's talk about the bullies. But that's another show. We're talking about positive energy tonight. Let me take a sip. So I hope you all have a nice little beverage. Today I'm just drinking flavored water. Nothing fabulous. Ooh, it's good though. I don't even remember the name of that one, but it's really, really good. But anyway, when we look at our legacy and what we're trying to leave behind, it's not just about people who can leave millions of dollars to build a new wing at a hospital or something like that. Our legacy has everything to do with how we impacted the lives of others, and or what impact we've made on the lives of others. That's our legacy. And with our bully subordinates, yeah, you can have bully subordinates, bully managers, bully teammates, all of that. You have to pay attention. And you have to pay attention to the role that you're playing, because maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the bully subordinate. Um okay, I saw that. Yes. Um on YouTube, someone wrote that he felt valued as a person. He did. You could just tell by the way he stood up taller when he was like, "You remembered you remembered that," and I did, because I enjoy being around students and I enjoy being in the classroom. So when I talk to students, I remember their stories, and I remember what they say. So yes, absolutely. So but your legacy has everything to do with how you make others feel, and how you impact the lives of others. So what legacy are you leaving? Are you leaving a legacy of bullying? Are you leaving a legacy of negative energy? You walk into the room, nobody wants to talk. You walk into a meeting, or you walk into a team activity, and it just sucks all the energy out the room. Whoo, energy vampires. Okay. So what is it? We have to really, really take the time to take a look at the impact that we have on others, those around us. This is all about, the law of attraction and what we are putting out into the universe. Because what we are putting out in the universe then comes right back to us. Um, Let me see. This is a long, oh, child. I'm not reading all that right now. Okay. We'll have to read that one later. That's a lot. So, but it does. We should put this in bite size. The key to accurate thinking is what he calls creative thought, which allows us to tap into infinite intelligence. The first step to creative thought is auto suggestions you make to yourself. You know what? I will. I'm gonna pause right there because I also read, and you said that Heal said that, but I want to quote a book that I'm currently reading right now, and he talked about the role of imagination and the importance of taking the time to let your mind just be creative in thought and to think outside of the box and let your imagination just run away with you. And this author, who is Michael Todd, was saying that, imagination, and this is all about law of positive energy, the law of attraction, rather, that the imagination, the root word of imagination is image. And then we know, well, for some of us that believe, we know that we were made in the image of God. So our image, our imagination, our thoughts, our creative juices and stuff, it all comes from our creator. It comes from our creator. So yes, all of that, it is. So again, that's why it's so important that we take the time to look at ourselves, and look at what we are putting out and what we are generating out into the atmosphere. And if we find ourselves constantly caught up in drama and confusion and frustration and arguing and fighting, we have to look at, what's the common denominator? I'm in this. So what role am I playing in all of this madness? We have to take the time to, just to be creative, to think outside of the box. I know that I spend a lot of time. I'm an innovator. It's just one of my gifts. So I come up with some ideas that just are different, and I'll take them to my team. Sometimes they just look at me like I have four heads, or like I'm a magical unicorn, and I am a unicorn. Um, and they just look at me, and I don't want to be the bully in the room. Oh, we're going to do this, so I have to find ways. We have to find ways to share our ideas and to let other people embrace them and take ownership, so that they can then create and be in a space wherein they can have autonomy to create and generate their own ideas and bring their own flavor in. But if we are just such a dominant bully that it's my way or no way, then we stifle the creativity and the passion and the innovation of others. So again, my question tonight is, what energy are you bringing to the table? And that hair keeps falling in my face. And then the last thing is that, we're talking about, the law of attraction and how we bring more positivity into our lives. And, again, it does begin with looking at ourselves. Yes, positive affirmations are great. Noticing how other people are, react around us. But it also entails that we learn how to find the positive in all situations. And I know 2020 and 2021 have been devastating for a lot of people. I understand that. And even in the midst of all that, we still, even if, you were one of the ones whose lives were totally devastated in 2020 or 2021, still trying to find the positivity in it. I believe it was Gandhi. I know a lot of people have repeated it, but I think it was first said by Gandhi. he said that he complained when he had no shoes until he met the man with no feet. We have to learn to, find the positive, because it's easy to complain. I don't have, I didn't get, no one likes, and all of that. It's easy to complain about those things. But if we want to move to a place where we are projecting positivity and we're bringing positivity back to us, then we have to learn to be more grateful for everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I was talking to my boy yesterday, Uncle Reese. It was the craziest thing because on my way to work, I was sitting at the light and I was like, man, I hadn't talked to Reese in a minute. I need to call him, and I'm gonna call him as soon as I get into the office. Well, you know how that is. Get into the office, and it's the first day back, so I had 1,000 things to do. And I tell you, by lunchtime, my phone rang. I answered the phone. I'm like, man, get out of here! I can't believe it's you. But we were talking, and I was sharing, like a new mindset I have for 2022. And he was like, Dr. Naita, I can't believe this is you saying that. And I was like, yep, I'm here. And he was like, man, he said, well, tell me this. He said, if you had this mindset years ago, well, no, he said, do you wish you would have had this mindset years ago? And I thought about it for a second and I said, no, I have no regrets. Everything that I have been through, every step, every fall, every failure, every success that I've been through, I needed to make all those steps for me to appreciate everything and all the abundance and everything that is coming into my life right now. So no, I do not regret a thing. I do not regret a thing. I take it all in. I appreciate it all the frustration, aggravation, and all that, all the good, all the wonderful things I accept and I appreciate it all. And that's kind of, where we all we should all focus on is paying more attention and appreciating the positive things, even in the bad situations. So that's really all that I had tonight. Anybody have any comments about that? Anything that I said tonight about the law of attraction? Anything? Looking over here, looking on Facebook. All righty. Anybody? All right. Well, with that being said, I appreciate you all being here tonight. I am looking forward to some new things in 2022, new conversations and new things. I have a couple speaking engagements coming up. I'm traveling down south, and a particular college down south has invited me out to come and speak, and I'm speaking at one of the high schools, Lee High School, home of the Generals. I'm speaking there later this week, and have another event. Oh yeah, in February. In February. But you'll hear more about that. So I'll be speaking about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. So, but that's it. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys. Thank you all for coming out. Look, if you are looking for opportunities to you need guest speakers or looking for opportunities to donate, please, by all means, please donate to Dr. Naita. drnaita.com is my website, and you'll see all the things that I am trying to do to leave a legacy and to, positively impact the lives of young people. So I appreciate you all tonight. Thank you for joining, and I will see you all next week. I hope you had a great holiday, and you all take care, and I will see you really soon. Take care.